Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my review for the foolishness that is Married at First Sight, Season 13, Episode 7. Let's get into it because it is 5:30 in the morning. I gotta go to bed to get up for work at 11. So let's try to get this situated. Y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channels to become a whole JayBird, dun, and all that goodness and stuff. Y'all know to subscribe to my secondary channel, JayLeesCorner Talk. The link to that is in the description box below. Y'all know to like, comment, share, subscribe, relax, relate, release. Send yourself and everyone around you. Also, inhale and exhale. Y'all know all that stuff. Again, it is 5:30 in the morning. Now, later on today, me and the ladies for the Ladies First panel will be on my channel tonight at 9:15 p.m. I have a great show planned. Okay, so make sure to come through and have a good time with your friends on the Ladies First panel. Okay, y'all know, follow me on social media. It's up there. JayLee's Corner on Twitter, J_Lees_Corner on IG and stuff. Y'all know to like and subscribe, all that stuff. Let's get into it. First, we have Rachel and Jose. Okay, so they're back home. They're all moving into their apartments. They all get placed in a central, a neutral apartment so that no one is going to the other one's house. So for the whole 2 months, they're in a centralized place, and all the couples are in the same apartment building. It's a cute little high rise and seeing condo apartment or whatever. Nice, if you ask myself. And we see them settling in or whatever. Now Rachel sets 4 alarms to set to wake herself up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym. And she tells Jose, well, you're gonna just have to deal with it. Okay? Because I'm like, but that's not, you're gonna wake them in up from 4 a.m. to look, look. I know firsthand how it is to be with somebody who wakes up early in the morning and then wakes you up. So they up getting dressed, girl, is aggravating. But at least him would not do that. Okay. He had to get up for work at he had to be at work at 6 a.m. And he would get up, he's a cop, and I know it's officer, and he would get up at 4. Alarm would be off. He'll be in the bathroom in the shower. I'm like, it's just too much noise. But he was still quiet enough to get dressed in another room. Okay, we'll leave that be. But Rachel said, no. Okay, go just deal with it. I'm like, girl, shut up. So they go and see each other's houses or whatever. She see his house. It's nice. It's nice. But as she say, his house seemed like his house, and she wants to make sure the house feels like both of them are not just him. Because he's walking around like, I like this, I like that. I want a pool table. I want a baccarat table. I want the pockets in his pants. I want to eat all the things he wants for the house, and not saying like, what would you want to put up in here, honey? What would you want to put in our house? He's talking about his house, okay? But I'm like, whatever. We do see when she see his budget board, okay? When she saw that budget board, she panicked. Okay, oh, that's your budget board? That's your budget? I could not fit in that budget box. No, ma'am. No, sir. Okay, spending should not be a big deal. I don't get when people say spending should not be a big deal. But if you can't afford to spend, if you're trying to save for something or whatever. So it's whatever. So when he sees her house, okay, he was like, it's why he was 5 empty water jugs on the floor at the front door. I'm like, why? Why they right there? But again, it's her house, so who cares? Okay. So he then looks around and said how many she had too many pencils on her desk. Like, I can't have my own desk with my own pencils. Okay, what does it matter? He's looking at how she has too much stuff and how he can cut down on what she brings to his house. Jose, cut that shit out, bro. Let her have her pencils. Stop it. Because she told him how the pencils, she got them from all the trips she did. When she takes a trip, she gets a pencil. A pencil. That's how I said pencil. She gets one from every trip she goes on. So again, they're trips. I get shot glasses. Okay? She gets pencils. Jose, stop being an asshole. So when they go and meet with Pastor Cal or whatever, and he likes to y'all been talking about things, the good topics or whatever, they say, yeah, However, he said, well, what have y'all talked about that, hasn't been the best conversation? Y'all have not agreed upon things. And they both bring up, you know, the financial issues. So he wants joint accounts. Okay. He wants them to be saving money because as we seen in the little scene, he like, you need a new car. Okay. Your car is almost on its last leg or whatever. You want to get a new car or even a new used car, but like get a better car or a trip to Europe. And she feel like I want to be able to spend money on trips or whatever, and I can go to Europe now and my car can wait, like another year. I was like, no, no, because you do not want to spend money on a trip and your car break down and now you trip is then broke and carless. So to me, this shows how she does not make rash decisions. But I like how Pastor Carol broke it down. Like, y'all both have to ease up. Okay. Jose, you think too damn much, okay? And then, she's the fun girl or whatever. Then she's like, have fun, spend some money, whatever. And so he like, you have to get out your comfort zone, Jose. Okay, allow her to do that for you. But also, Rachel, you have to learn his balancing and budgeting is for the best. Okay, he ain't trying to be mean or whatever. It's the beach. He's trying to do something good. And again, I'm not finna fuss with no man who telling me we need to get you a new car because your car gonna die eventually. And I'm gonna say, well, no, let's say fuck the car and go to Europe. I'm like, to me, that is a sound that shows she don't think right. She don't make good decisions, okay? Anyway, so he does ask them if they have consummated the marriage. Okay, have y'all done it yet? And they say yes, they have. Uncle, yes, they've been fucking, okay. Anyway, she brings them at times. She worries that because they just met each other, it's all brand new. What's gonna happen? What we gonna do together? Is we moving too fast? Okay, is things are happening too easy? Considering I just met him the other day. Okay, and I like how Pastor Cal said, like, look, you have breaks. Okay, you can go, you can a little bit, but you do not have to put on the brakes because again, y'all were matched for a reason. Okay, so do not feel like it's a good thing if y'all are getting along. Like that's not a bad thing or whatever. Okay, because she did not want sex to make them feel like things were on better footing than what it really was. And that's like, see, now that time she thought great. Okay, but then they're budgeting that money. Not so much, okay? And now it's really it with them too or whatever. Let's go over to Gil and Myrla. Where they at? Boom, they right there. Now, they get to the new apartment. Myrla likes it. Okay, it's nice. It is nice. I was like, whatever. We do see they see each other's places or whatever. He sees her wall of photos for herself from all the trips she's taken. He said, oh, you love seeing yourself. I was like, I think she does. He also sees that she has a closet full of stuff, okay? Shoes, clothes, all these things or whatever. He like, so how much does these shoes cost? Like, how often do you buy them? And he's like, we know they cost anywhere from like $600 to $1,000. Like, $1,000? But that's not that much because I spend that sometimes too. But again, she said how she does not count, honey, the signal may be funny right now. Whatever. But she brings up how she does not count the amount of money she spends on shoes. She just spends what she wants to spend or whatever, and it is what it is. So he like, I'm just nervous, whatever, because again, I'm a firefighter. So I don't shop like that. Like I don't buy fancy shit. And I'm like, again, it's her money. It's weird because he makes it seem like she wants him to spend his money on her shoes. You can't want her to save more of her money for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there does need to be some kind of compromise. But again, y'all only been married for 9 days. Have the conversation, yes, but you can't make it seem like she wants you to spend your money on her. If she makes more than you, that's on you, bruh. Okay, but I'm going to leave that be. So, but again, I also get his point. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I just don't, I'm not the one to spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes. Okay, that's just not my forte. Okay. Now when they go to see his apartment, she's like, it smells like dog because he has a dog, okay? But the dog is there. The dog seemed well trained or whatever. Like they sit and he sat, okay? Anyway, so at the house, they was like laughing and joking and whatnot. He pulled out a photo of his father, like a portrait, and he brought up how his father had the portrait up on the wall with like MLK and Malcolm X, whatever. He says, "You and my dad are alike. They, you both wanted photos of yourself up in the house." And I was like, I just, they seem to get along. Okay, they do. But again, one or both of them sometimes I'm looking like y'all tapping on my nerve or whatever. So when they meet up with Dr. Cal, or not Dr. Cal, Pastor Cal, um, they of course get in her shopping habits. I want them to stop making her shopping habits a big issue because again, that's nothing compared to other shit that could be going on or whatever. So I don't like that. That's his main focus, meaning Gil's. Um, but he brings up how they were talking last night or whatever if she would consider this shopping less. I don't mind having a conversation. This depending on what do you think shopping less means. If I need something and I have the money for it, I want to buy it. Okay. Now let's be saving for something big and if I have extra money, I'm not going to not buy it, but I would have a conversation. And when she brought up how I already saved money. I put up money all the time or whatever. So like, what would an extra, $1,000 do? If I'm used at a shop. But I'm like, what? The extra 1,000 would be saved. So what would happen? You would have an extra $1,000 in your savings. So I like Patrick House little, I guess, compromise. Like is one thing for one, you have to start making decisions as a married couple. You're no longer living as a single person or whatever it is, making single decisions. So it's not like if you spend $100, you have to run that by your spouse. But if you're buying and made $1,000 purchase, that is definitely a conversation to have with your spouse. Okay, because again, that's a large sum of money. Because again, she don't spend that because she has it extra all the time. But when she had it, she does. I mean, that means you still are on some kind of budget. So I don't mind the whole conversation of if I'm going to spend $1,100, I have to talk to you. But if I can spend 500, you don't mind, then I will spend 500. But I can't spend 500 like every day. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's all a conversation. I'm all for him wanting them to have conversations about how much, but she should not need permission from you to spend her money. Okay. Anyway, they talk about their intimacy too, and he brings up how they're not intimate just yet. Okay, like we hold hands, we cuddle a little bit. Okay, but we've only had like a cheek kiss, and that's really it or whatever. And Gil brings up how he does want more, but he's not really sure if she does. But it's like I don't even know if she wants to fuck me. And when they, do you want to have sex with him? She's like, well, eventually, yes, okay, but I just want to get to know him more before I go any further with him. He brings up how like we don't even have to have sex. You know what I'm saying? I can go the whole, time frame here and not fuck. However, I would like to at least, be able to kiss my wife. And then she's like, I just don't want to be pressured or rushed to do anything I don't feel comfortable in. And I agree with her. You do not want to feel rushed. You do not want to feel pressure to do anything. But I also feel, because he then said, she said that we could go the whole time here and she wouldn't kiss me. And he said, well, for me, on decision day, I wonder if you really want to be with me, but you haven't kissed me. Do you really want to be with me? So I would ask for a divorce. And I also agree with him because I do agree at some point within the 8 weeks, you should know him enough to want to kiss him. Not fuck him, but you should want to kiss him. And I can get out either way. If he didn't want to kiss her, I just don't get how you can be with somebody for that long and like not want to kiss. And then she keeps saying how kissing is so intimate to me. I was like, girl, bye. I hate it, I'm sorry. He said he feel like, what I'm saying, she's just used to have her own rules and is doing things her own way. And so he said part of him feels like that's what she's doing because she don't want to do it. She don't have to. And I'm like, but she doesn't. She does not have to kiss you. But again, you can't want someone to stay married to you who you don't show any affection for. Because my thing is, holding hands is childish. You're a wife. He's a husband. Do it. Anyway, but then I told her that if she doesn't kiss me, the whole time, I would want a divorce. I would too. Anyway, Brett and Mira, not Brett and Mira, girl, Brett and Ryan, or Ryan and Brett, you know what I'm saying? She Brett, he Ryan. So I gotta get the names together. So they weren't much either. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got back to the house or whatever. Um, when she said how it's weird that she has to now consider a whole other person before doing anything, I'm like, you get married. That's what happens, okay? And so they go see each other's places and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? He meets her dog. The dog, he met her dog and it was fine. Even when she wouldn't met his dog, it was fine. At first, they dog was fussing and fighting. It was kind of weird. But I think once they got to the regular house, it was fine. Um, he's liked her space. You know, he's like, I feel like it's her. Like she's put herself into her place. So it makes me want to get to know her more. And when I get to his place or whatever, he had a nice big house. And she's like, I love this house. Like it's amazing, but you can tell a man lives here. So it is a woman's touch. Can you see this is woman's touch? But she was not a fan of the deer head that was hanging in the bedroom. I wasn't either. I don't want to fuck with no deer watching me. Okay. Now he said he killed that deer too. I'm like, girl, he's a murderer. No, thank you. Okay, anyway, but he said he ain't. You know, we can put it in the garage. You know, it don't have to be in the bedroom or whatever. So when Pat the cow comes by to talk to them, look, they like each other. They're getting along right now. You know, she does feel like she doesn't have to be like strong all the time. Like, I feel like I can trust him. You know, like he takes care of people and he'll take care of me too. Okay, they have not had sex yet. Okay, but they say they are affectionate with each other. We do see them kissing, hugging, or whatever. But he has not put his penis in her vagina. And then, but they both say how they are okay with how things are going right now. He says how, you know, it's slower than usual. Okay, but I am okay because like we're growing and that's fine, fine, fine. And they both say we can see each other falling in love with each other. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, with Pastor Cal trying to push him to say he loves her, it's too soon. It's too soon. Let him be okay with liking a girl, okay? And then we can figure out what's going on after that. Johnny and Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. So Johnny loves a new place. Bow was like, I don't like this. No ice machine. You know, I don't like the electric stove. The vent over the stove does not, you know, air out or what. I'm looking like, girl, it's a free apartment. Shut up, okay. Anyway, Bao also brings up as as she is inspecting the house, because you know he brought up like my one thing like taking a shower before bed because they was in the bedroom, and Bao then said I would not be taking a shower before bed. Okay, that is not my preference. I was like, oh god, she gonna just keep being dirty. This is the weird thing. This is the weird thing. Her first thing was, I saw you take 3 showers a day. I don't want to do that. But you can't take 1 shower a day before bed. You can't do that. To say to somebody, I am not taking a shower before bed. I'm just not going to do it. So John, like, you know what? Okay. He's like, I feel like every time we talk, it's like it's right on the verge of an argument. So, I'm going to, he told her at dinner, how, what? In the apartment. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go back to my house for a couple of days, be to myself and try to figure out. I got to figure out how I feel, okay? Because so much has happened. I don't know what to do, okay? And then she say, well, it makes me question if you're really committed because, if you want to walk out when you feel some kind of way, how committed are you? I'm like, that's true. You can't just be leaving. However, you won't take a fucking shower Bao. All he wants is for you to be clean. And you won't do that. That's on you. Okay, you can't say he wrong for saying he's upset that his wife won't clean her body before getting to bed with. Girl, got my fucking face. Anyway, and she even said the following day, or how many days later when he comes back, how I'm the more mature one because again, Johnny wants things to work, but he has to actually put in the work. He wants you to put your ass in the shower. Okay, when they went and seen each other's houses, they both had bidets. And her thinking, well, the bidet cleans my no. A bidet rinses water on your booty, your cooch. Okay, you need to wash it. Okay. Anyway, when you come back, whatever, you like, I've realized I can't walk out. I have to compromise more, whatever. And I realized that I can't just be leaving. I can't do that. No, she should take a shower. Okay. Anyway, so they just talk or whatever, and they both agree to work things out or whatever. And they know because it's, they we met, we got married. Things have been fast, fast, fast. So little things seem like big things or whatever, but I can't just walk away. I'm like, no, you want her to take a shower. Like I feel like he should not be forced to like be okay with her not showering. Like that's no, ma'am, no, thank you. Okay, it's just take a shower. And when they went and got in bed, brush their teeth. I'm like, did she take a shower? Is she clean? Did you say fuck it? I don't know. So it's whatever. So when they meet with Pastor Cal, okay, and Bao brings up how she told him that she was insecure about her snoring or whatever, and since she told him that she feels like he, isn't really trying to initiate any affection or whatever. It's always her initiating any touch or whatever, and so she feels like something's wrong. And so Johnny eventually explains how, well, when you get happy and giddy, or excited or whatever, you act like a child, and that's just not attractive to me. So we see some footage of her, like, being like, oh my god, Johnny, and it's like a baby, but not like, I mean, she's an adult, but I can see what he meant. But again, she's an adult, and his point was, I can't get turned on because you reminded me of a child, and I completely get it. Some things in your head won't click. And if your wife is saying, oh my God, if she reminds you, and she's already like a little tiny girl, so if she reminds you of childlike things, it may be hard to get hard, okay? And so she then say, he makes me feel like I can't be myself. Like I like the fact that I usually don't like let my guard down. And so to make me feel like when I'm being myself, it's an issue. I feel like he's like disgusted by how I express joy. And I was like, that's not what he said, Bob. But I get that's how she feels. Okay. It ain't what he said, but it's how she feels. And so I like that Pat the Cow said, well, Bob, this isn't about you. Okay. How he feels is nothing about you. It's all about him. This isn't Bob's issue. This is Johnny's issue. Johnny, she's a grown ass woman, dog. She's a grown ass adult woman who's your wife. Okay, so again, you have to move past. I'm like, no, Bow, maybe stop being childish. Maybe stop doing that. Possibly stop doing that. Okay. And lastly, we have Zach and Michaela. Okay. It's weird when I have no noise on. I need to have noise. I feel like I ain't yelling. Um, and my air conditioner just went off. But anyway, because the degrees is right in the apartment. So it's been 9 days of them being married or whatever. Zach is not back in Houston, and he told Michaela he's still positive, so he can't see her, but he wants to surprise her. Surprise! I'm back or whatever. So they're both really happy to see each other. Happy, 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 happy. It was all good. Okay, all good in the hood. We got some flowers. Hug, hug, hug. I want to hug on you. I want to kiss on you. I want to be with you. They are both happy to be back together. Okay. So they get to the new place. Their dogs and each other. It's a nice time. Okay. And so they like, we're going to be living together, whatever. How? Because again, they haven't lived together. They were together the wedding night in the hotel. Like the following day or so, they went to the honeymoon, but then the day they got to the honeymoon, they was, separated. So again, they haven't really spent any nights together like the other couples have. So they're still strangers. They spent the least amount of time together. So they're discussing how things will be living with each other, whatever. And he asked her, like, if we fight, like, are you a person like storms off? Like, would you like leave in anger? And she was like, no, I would never do that. That is abuse. Okay, that is like abandonment or whatever. No, you cannot abandon people. You cannot abandon them and not talk to them, or you can't do that. No, no, I would not leave when I'm mad. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, she lying. Something in my spirit said she lying. Girl, she gonna leave. Mm, 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 mm. He then said, I can't wait for us to have a first fight. I just want to see how we, will do with it or whatever. And I feel like every couple should have their first fight early because you want to see how that person acts when they're upset. Because a person is all nice. Look, people are really nice when they're nice, but when they're pissed off, you want to see who that person is. Okay, that's the thing to happen. So the following day, we see it's 7:15 in the morning. Okay, we see Zach like getting up, walk through the house, whatever. We then see 1 hour later, we see Michaela get up. She's like, Zach. Hmm. So Zach left. Okay. Um, we see her looking pissed. She then pick up some Lysol wipes and some tissue and like throw. I'm like, why is she throwing it? What is she doing? I'm like, is she upset? Why are you upset? What happened? Okay. And we then see her pack her bag and she left. Okay. She literally packed two big ass storage bags and left the apartment and said, fuck this shit. I was like, because he ain't there. I'm like, did he even know? I'm like, what? He must have said some fight. Like, did they fight? What happened? So she came back, okay, after leaving or whatever, because they had to be with Pastor Cal. And they both look a little bit perturbed, okay, a little bit upset and whatnot, okay? And then he like, are you okay? She's like, mm-hmm. He's like, I know she's not okay. And so she tells him, I was pissed, okay, because one, you did not come to bed, okay? You then left without saying anything to me, okay? I cannot believe you left and did not tell me you was leaving. I'm like, but, but it was, okay. Anyway, he then say, I get it. I understand the reason for you being upset. Okay, but again, I fell asleep in the living room or whatever because I was tired, and I woke up in the morning. Okay, I had to take my dog to daycare, and I just didn't want to wake you up. So his response was normal. Okay, I was tired and fell asleep in the living room with my dog, and I woke up. It was 7 a.m. and we seen him waking up. He said, I then had to take my dog to the daycare. That's the day of it all, okay? And she was like, I feel like, it was intentional. He was like, the fuck you mean? When she said, I felt like it was intentional, he was like, what? This was his face, like, oh, she's crazy. He said, what felt intentional? And then, you didn't tell me you were leaving. You didn't text me. You just left. You just left. I was like, oh, okay, that's crazy. Because again, we seen him wake up at 7 a.m. It was 17. And he left. He like, I came back to the house. You're a liar. You're a goddamn motherfucker. Like, I was like, oh, she cussed him too. It was crazy. He's looking at her like she is fucking insane. Because she said I intentionally left when I took my dog to the groomer, and because I like it was weird. I'm like, did you not get up and see he was asleep in the living room? Is that what it was? I was confused. So I was like, he said, did you think I wasn't coming back? I was like, okay. He said, did you were you confused? Like, did you think I left for good? Like I was not gonna return? And she was like, he said, is that why you left? And she was like, yes. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, that's funny. We just talked about this, and you said you don't walk out to fight, but you left. You left because you assumed because you was mad. You know what? You left and never came back. You're like, I came back at 9:15. You was gone. I'm like, it was such a crazy conversation to see happen. How she really in her head felt like he left me. Okay, he left me. He did not eat his first day back. Okay, he did not come to bed. Not that he had been traveling all day and came back home and then had to go pack up his house and her house, whatever. Anyway, but in her head, you left me, so I left you. You intentionally left me, so I left you. I was like, oh, she crazy as hell. Anyway, he like, I can't do shit. Like, I can't do. Knock, knock, knock. And then Pat the Cow is there. Pat the Cow come. He like, this, what is going on here? Okay. You came at the right time. Pass the cow. Okay. He like, well, welcome to your first fight. So she like, you matched me with someone who's like strong and dynamic, and he like, oh, someone just like you, because she's a little bit difficult too, okay. And then she bring no, he then say like, look, um, it's a bump in the road. I don't want to feel like I feel any different towards you, whatever. It's okay. She looks at him and like rolls her eyes. I was like, why did she do that? What is going on here? He like, see, like I don't. She looked at him like, man, fuck you. Like he just talking shit. Patrick said, why did you look like what was that about? What was going on? Because what he's saying sounds good, okay, but I have my guard. I was like, he ain't did shit. Okay. And it's like all I did was I just fell asleep with my dog. All I did was fell asleep with my dog and then woke up and took the dog to daycare and came back, and now you can't trust me. And she rolled her eyes. Now she then starts crying. My guard is up. I don't know I want to trust and believe him, but my guard is up, whatever. She then said her guard is her safety net, and how she has always been able to lean on her dad. Her dad is gone, and now she has to trust a whole other person. I'm like, oh my God. It's hard when someone brings up the death of a loved one in response to their weird ass behavior. And I get it, she has not had to depend on any other man since her father. But I'm like, it's weird to me that you can be mad, but you packed your shit and left as if he was never coming back. That to me was weird. Okay. And you then even I'm like, what's going on? This is it's stupid. It's this crazy. Okay. So when she's crying, Pat the Cow then signals for Zach to kind of get closer to her. And so he gets closer, tries to console her, whatever. And she then kind of turns, no. And even though she was joking, he didn't feel like, I'm like, why the black folk got to act like every season? Why is always us? Okay, what's going on here? So he backs away because again, she turned her back. And so Pat the Cow said, like, look, she wants you to touch her. She wants you to hold her. Like, don't take offense to that. Don't back away when she actually wants you close. I'm like, well, no, because she may want space or whatever. Anyway, he brings up how, Michaela feels abandoned. She felt abandoned when her father died, and she probably always felt that way. So you leaving triggered something in her that made her react. Look, I get that. We all have triggers, but I'm like, she got pissed because she woke up and he was gone, and she then packed her shit and she left. It's not that she got mad. She left and said, you left and you left. I'm like, he went to the groomers. Girl. She told him that he moves like a single man. He's used to making decisions on his own. So him waking up and not telling her he was leaving was a single man decision because she didn't know where he was. And I was like, okay, Michaela, baby, you are a little cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And I feel like we're going to see her act crazier later on in the season, but I'm going to let that be because I'm tired, okay? Anyway, that was the whole episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. Do not forget to tune in tonight on my channel for the Ooh Ladies First panel at 9:15 p.m. Okay, we'll be there and square and stuff. Okay, I hope y'all heard all of that because I have one bar on this thing and I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go, y'all, and go to bed because it's now 6:04 a.m. I can get a good 5 hours of sleep and then work. Anyway, got to go. See y'all when I see y'all. Peace.